Country music star John Rich told Trump a harsh truth right to his face that no one else was willing to tell him.
He goes, unbelievable.
Check out this great clip. It's the best video I've seen all week, and stay tuned for after. I've got some real heat for you.
He goes, can I ask you a question, John Rich? He never calls me John. John Rich? I look at him, I go, yes, sir. What's the question? He goes, well, you do a lot of big shows. Like, you're an entertainer? Yes, sir. You play for really big crowds? I go, I do. I play for really big crowds for a long time. He goes, well, have you seen these rallies I'm doing? Like, it's 30, 40,000 people. I said, yeah, it's unbelievable. He goes, so here's the question. Why are people booing me at my rallies when I bring up the vaccine? This is the question from the President of the United States. So I said, here's the problem. Here's why they're booing you, Mr. President. Because every human being out in that rally, either themselves or they know someone directly who has been harmed by the vaccine or has even died from it, including me. I said, I got members of my own family who were forced to take it against their will to keep their jobs, and now they've got all kinds of problems. Big problems, heart problems, lung problems. And he's looking at me, and he looks around the table and he goes, this is unbelievable. I mean, he goes, has anyone else heard this? Herschel Walker, he was running for Senate at the time. He goes, Mr. President, I mean, down in Georgia, my constituents come up at my rallies, and what John just said, man, I hear it every single day. Looks over at Marsha. Marsha's sitting there going,
it's amazing how so many people who were around Trump at this time were afraid to actually tell him the truth because they either worked for him and they didn't want to jeopardize their position, or they just had something to gain by telling him what he wanted to hear. And it took a country music star who didn't work for him and had no skin in the game to actually wake Trump up on this issue.
Trump ended that by saying, so I guess no more vaccine talk. I said, I think that's a good idea. I said, I think you're going to learn a lot about it.
Like so many Trump supporters, I couldn't stand to hear Trump bragging about the vaccine and Operation Warp Speed, and I couldn't understand how a guy who I agreed with on so many things could be so wrong on an issue, and he was so wrong. But as time's gone by and there's been time to reflect and evaluate the whole thing, I do have somewhat of a justification for Trump doing what he did. If you go back to 2020 when the whole country was shut down, everybody, and I mean everybody in the government and around Trump, was telling him that things are never going to open back up, the economy is never going to turn back on until we have a vaccine. And the plan was for the vaccine to take 5 years and to bankrupt the entire middle class. That's how this whole thing was supposed to go.
A guy who is very proud at that moment of the fact that he was able to stomp the gas pedal and get that thing out, because he's under the impression this is going to fix the problem.
It was an amazing dilemma that he was in. He was getting terrible information out of the gates on this, obviously. I still think, even in this instance, Trump was just trying to do what he thought to be in the best interest of the American people. And I do appreciate the fact that eventually he was willing to wake up and listen to the truth and change course. There's a lot more that I want to say on this, but I can't on this platform. If you want to hear more, go to thematthewsreport.com, link in the description, and get a copy of my weekly newsletter that comes out this Sunday. Among other things, I'm going to be covering the best COVID vaccine detox plan out there. If you or your family is having issues from the shots or had issues from the shots, check it out. It might really help you. Also, please subscribe to my channel and check back for more reports. I'll see you again soon.